Things to look out for if you think you have Marfan syndrome. Long fingers and long hands are one of the symptoms of Marfan syndrome. As you can see, my hands are a bit deformed. I've got nerve damage, and that's quite common with Marfan syndrome to have nerve damage. Also, things to look out for with your hands is if you're able to do that with your thumb. If you're able to go right across like that, you have signs of Marfan syndrome if you can do that. Also, you're able to be really hyper flexible, and I'm able to do this with every finger. You're able to do really weird things with your fingers as well. So I call my party tricks, especially when I'm drunk and like showing things off. So you can be very flexible. And this is my ultimate party trick with my thumb and my fingers as well. I'm able to do certain things with my fingers. I can do it with certain fingers. Heart problems such as enlarged aorta and mitral valve prolapse. Mitral valve prolapse is when the mitral valve is leaking, and that can cause problems, and you can have surgery on it. Luckily I haven't, so touch wood I haven't. And enlarged aorta is where the aorta becomes too big for the heart, and that means you'll have to have surgery to have the valve replaced. Mine hasn't been replaced yet, but I'm on the verge of it, so another 4 years I give it. Blue sclera, which if you look at my eyes, you can see that I've got a blue outline around my lens. This means you have a connective tissues disorder, which means you could have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, Loeys-Dietz syndrome, or Marfan syndrome, etc. You can also have sublux lenses, which means the lenses around your eyes are fraying, which means that you might need the lenses replaced, and you could have issues with your sight, and you could lose your sight if they actually detach. Another symptom of Marfan syndrome is your height. So your height is usually longer than somebody else of the average height. I'm 6 foot, so I'm taller than average height. And some people are even taller than me, and they're like models. And also another symptom is long limbs. Now, your arm span is usually longer than your body. So I'm 6 foot, so my arms are longer than my body length. So I'll show you now. You can see my arms are extremely long, and that is one of the main symptoms of Marfan syndrome. You also have spinal issues. Now I got dural ectasia, which is like problems with the lumbar of your spine. I'll go into more depth in another video with that. You can also have a curvature of the spine, known as scoliosis. Now my spine goes out like that, and also it goes like that as well. So like an S shape. Another symptom is pectus ischium, or the other version of it as well is another way where your chest protrudes, or it either goes in. Now mine goes out, my chest bone does, so it looks like a pigeon chest almost. So yeah, that's another symptom you can look out for. Another symptom of Marfan syndrome is having a high roof of the mouth, which means you're able to put your finger, it's quite deep, as you can see, half my finger goes inside my mouth. So yeah, that's another symptom you can look out for. And also overcrowdedness of the teeth and a narrow sort of teeth like arch as well. Some people with Marfan syndrome don't have some of these signs and symptoms, and they get diagnosed via the heart. So I'm just hoping now that I spread awareness and hopefully can save some lives by showing what Marfan syndrome is. So I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope this was an educational video for yourselves.